Hi, I'm Anthony Davis, two-time national champion, 1972-1974. I'm here to introduce the BCS reform. We need a national college football playoff system. The BCS as it stands is flawed. And let me give you an example. You take Utah, Alabama. Let's start with that. They dismantled Alabama. They're 13-0. Let's take Texas, Oklahoma, which beat Oklahoma on a neutral field by 10 points. They were denied in the BCS Big 12 playoff. They should have played Florida for the national champion. They deserved that. USC, January 1, beat Penn State and dominated Penn State. If you notice, in all the games, USC, Penn State, Utah, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, and then the national championship game with Florida and Oklahoma. All of those coaches stated that they were number one and they were the best team in the country. Just that talk alone means you got to have a playoff. It's simple. It's inclusionary. All the teams, all the conferences participate in the playoff. That's what it's for. You win the games on the field, not in a computer room. I advise that we should have a full-fledged playoff. All the conferences involved. And it will affect every football fan, every football player, every coach in America. You have to have a playoff. Sure. And all the comments from sports announcers, sportscasters, and just a general fan, they're always arguing about who is the best. The SEC is the best. The ACC is the best. The Big 10 is the best. The Big 12 is the best. Oh, the Pac-10 is weak. Or the SEC is weak. Well, that's in that. You do it on the field. It was proven this year that you need a playoff. Who would have said 10 weeks ago that Utah would have beat Alabama? It happened. Who was to say that SC was going to dismantle Penn State when they were number one? It happened. If you'd have told me that Oklahoma, Texas, and by Texas beating Oklahoma, would be denied the national championship game, I'd have been baffled. It wouldn't happen that way. So who played for the national championship? Oklahoma, Florida. Florida won the national championship. But even in their success in winning the national championship game, you still had people saying that they had the best team. You had people and sportscasters across America saying that SC would have been their choice to play against Florida, and SC would have beat Florida. I think that's wrong. What would have happened if Utah could have played in that national championship game, who ended up 13-0? Which I do believe that under the current system, they are the national champs. But if you don't play the game, you don't know who is the national champ. And so they were all viable teams, but there were a lot of teams within the rankings who could have been in that game. But if you will never know if you do not have a playoff system. Our aim at www.bcsreform.org is to create a fair and equitable situation for a college playoff system, which will be fair for the players, the fans, the coaches, the universities, and the conferences. Will you please join us at www.bcsreform.org. I'm Anthony Davis. Now, you all know Anthony Davis here. You all know that we need a playoff system. We need a college football system. We don't need some computer telling us who's good and who's not. You need to know that when a football game is played on the field, it's against the human element and the coaching strategy. We need a playoff. So you need to support Congressman Gary Miller's plan at www.bcsreform.org. And if you don't do that, you have a problem. And I know you Texas fans, I know you Oklahoma fans, I know you Florida fans, I know you USC fans, I know the Utah fans, I know the BYU fans, I know the Washington State fans, I know the Boston College fans, I know the Syracuse fans, I know Auburn fans. You all want a national playoff. And it's fair. And remember, President-elect Barack Obama supports a playoff system. So, you need to go to www.bcsreform.org and say that Anthony Davis sent you, because we need a playoff.